Good morning, and thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. Here we are, January 16th, halfway through the first month of 2023. So this past weekend, I was thinking of a series of videos to do that, of course, as always, I always want to bring extreme value to the situation. And I was out at the beach thinking, and of course, reading my go-to, Think and Grow Rich, published in 1937 by Napoleon Hill. I started reading some excerpts about new stories about some situations, and I came up with an idea that over the next several videos that I will share some of the ingredients from this book to help you to get more clear on some of the areas that maybe we need to tighten up in 2023 so we can move ahead and make it the best year ever. Because as we do the little things consistently and create good habits, they compound over time and produce extraordinary results where only later on down the road you're looking back and say, oh my God, how did I get here? It's by doing the little things. So as I'm going through this book, and I've gone through this several times, actually hundreds of times, and the first chapter in this book is Thoughts Are Things, of how we think. And I think it's important to start here. It's kind of like attitude. First letter of the alphabet is A. Attitude, it all starts with attitude. It's right here on my shirt. You know, when we have the right attitude, everything else becomes easy. If we have the wrong attitude, it becomes difficult. So in the first chapter of this book, Thoughts Are Things, essentially what it brings it down to is one paragraph that really resonated with me. And it sounds like this. What you think about most, mixed with emotion, and backed by faith, will translate itself into the physical equivalent or reality. So let's break that down. What you think about most doesn't specify good or bad. So let's say you're thinking about your business is on a roll. Your team is showing up. Everything's going your way. You're signing deals. You're making money. You're thinking about that most. It's mixed with emotions. I would hope you'd be pretty enthusiastic, happy, and excited that you're making things happen. It's backed by faith because you see the cash flow coming in, and it creates the reality, which is more of exactly what you're producing. Let's flip it. You're stuck. Things aren't working. Your team is not stepping up. You can't find the right clients. Cash flow is suffering. What are you thinking about most? Exactly that. What's your emotion? Frustration. Faith. Backed by faith, you're seeing the lack of cash flow. So because you think about this more, you unfortunately produce exactly what you don't want, which is more of exactly that. So what this means is this right here, our mind, we must protect. We must create a fertile garden to produce the right thoughts, the right emotions, the right visions, so we can consistently think about what we want most, everything working out, and you will get exactly that. I was just speaking to a client of mine on a coaching call, and he's produced extraordinary results over the last 3 years. And the biggest thing we worked on was him being a leader. He was pretty much doing everything in the beginning. And now he's produced a team that is doing everything, and he's just overseeing, making sure everything's done. And I mentioned a quote out of my book, and I can't exactly remember what chapter, but it said, when you treat your team as they make a difference, they will. And the shift Gio has made in the last 3 years is before he was doing everything himself because he didn't think his team could make a difference. Now he's created a team to do the work, and he believes and instills in them that they can make a difference, and they do. So what Gio thinks about most is creating a team that does the work, that gets the results, and that is exactly what is happening to his organizations. So we start this series off with what you think about most, mixed with emotion, backed by faith, will translate itself into physical equivalent or reality. So think about what you want, Focus on that and that only. Anything that doesn't serve that purpose, extinguish it from your thought process. Because here's one thing I'll leave you with. You can't attract into being of what you want by thinking of the opposite. So if you want more and what your focus is on the opposite, you will not get what you want. So I hope this has been valuable. Really begin to think of what you think about most. Shift your thought process to only what works for you, your organization, your team, your family. Focus on that and that only, and trust me, you will produce better results accordingly. As always, thank you for joining me, Coach Mike, on your Monday morning. I want to wish you a productive, proper week, and I'll see you next Monday. Go get them.